Questions for Coach Lashlee?
Rhett, just talk about how beneficial the week was for you to kind of go back and look at the first 4 games.
It was really good. It was good. First of all, as everybody thinks, we got a little healthier. I mean, we weren't bad, but we had, physical games, first 3 or 4 games. We got some guys, I think, feeling better now. And so, the other thing was we were able to evaluate ourselves. And sometimes you don't get a chance to slow down and do that as early as we did after 4 games. And I think that helped us, learn what we need, what direction we need to kind of focus on and go in. And we worked extremely hard throwing and catching the football last week. I thought we got better, and we've got to continue that over into this week.
What how did the evaluations go, and kind of what are you looking forward to now, moving forward?
It was a couple things. We look at individuals, and not so much at this point. It's more, are we asking guys to do what they're good at? At some point, it's not fair to ask a young man to do something that maybe he's just not as good at, or, let's try to play to what we're good at. And that's both collectively as an offense and individuals. So trying to get guys in the right spots, ask them to do the things that we think that they're good at. And then as a whole, as an offense, which direction, you kind of, each year your team develops their own little personality and within that offense. And, what do we think we should be? And so we've tried to kind of go more that direction and really hone in on those things that we think. Each week you're going to have game plans. You're going to have little things here and there, but what are we going to be good at? And so we looked at it from both those standpoints, as a whole as an offense, and then also just individuals. Are we putting them in the right position to be successful?
And what were those things? Other than obviously you've had some success running and had success against Mississippi State passing, but what are those things that you feel you're consistently good at this point?
Yeah, well, at this point, not enough things. But we know the things that we're getting better at and the things we think will be our strong points. We've got a good set of running backs. We've got a good offensive line. At the same time, I feel like our receivers are getting better each week. We've got quarterbacks that have arm talent. It's just a matter of, the consistency level of throwing and catching the football. We're not, over the first 4 games, at any point been consistent enough throwing and catching the football. And for the most part, we want to, we know we want to be a tempo team and play fast, but you got to get first downs to do that. And, sometimes if you don't get that first down, it makes it really hard to get your tempo going. So at times we've done that in spurts, and we've looked, a little bit of a glimpse of what we want to be, and at times we've been exactly what we've been, very inconsistent. And, the other thing that we really focused on, and it sounds like a broken record, and at some point it's got to get fixed if we're going to win football games, is ball security. Has been as bad as we've had in a long time. It's just not to our standard. Even in plays that we don't turn the football over, we've got to. That is been a huge emphasis last week and this week, and our guys are really taking that personal, and they should. That's the only way we can get it fixed. And then the other thing is, at times, the last 2 games we haven't maybe had the number of penalties. At Mississippi State we were pretty good, but last game we had 2 penalties at critical times that were costly. So. Discipline overall as a whole has got to keep improving.
Rhett, just kind of talk about Nick and where he's come from where he was at the summer.
He's much more confident, more comfortable. You could tell really, I think, after the drive against Mississippi State, I felt, that him and the team as a whole, that was a big boost, as it should be. I mean, he had a great week of practice before LSU, and we just came out in that first half, and as a whole offense, it's easy to put it on one person. We were very poor. I mean, I said it last week, we didn't give us a chance to win. We didn't throw and catch the ball very well at all, and therefore we never got enough momentum to get tempo going, to get, the type of plays we need going. And so second half, it was like a different team. It was just too little too late. And so, like I said last week, I'd love for us to put 4 good quarters together and to play discipline. Our guys, we see them do it. They know how to do it. It's just I guess it's growing pains and the maturation process. We got to get to the point this week where we can play first quarter through to the fourth quarter.
Rhett, looking at the SEC, statistical, I don't know how much you personally look at that kind of stuff, but the 2 big name up tempo teams, Ole Miss and Auburn, kind of bottom half of that statistical category.
Yep.
What do you attribute to that?
Well, it goes back to, first downs were like towards the bottom of first downs. That's not normal for us. We normally are one of the top couple teams in first downs. And that's just been a byproduct of, hey, we'll have we've had a drive this year. We go 88 to win a game. We went 90-something one time. Against LSU, I think we went 88-94. And then you'll have 2 other drives back-to-back where you go 3 and out or 6 and out or 4 and out or whatever. And it's just the inconsistency. And when you're inconsistent, you never get in a rhythm as an offense, as a team. And your number of plays are going to go down. And if your number of plays go down, then your tempo goes down. And so like I said, I mean, those numbers aren't where we want them to be. We know that. The bottom line is we found a way to win 3 games, and that's a big positive. And so we feel like as we keep going forward, if we can continue to develop and become a consistent, disciplined offense, then, you know, we can obviously win more football games and those numbers will go up.
Yeah, just talk about what you see out of Ole Miss's defense so far.
They're really fast, really athletic. They're playing some young guys that are talented, but they've got a good mix of guys that have played. Trey Elson stands out, the safety. He's from this state. Really good football player. He's playing really good for them. The DT Shackelford's a linebacker I know has been there a while playing. They've got some of those young guys that are really talented. And what stands out to me is they play extremely hard and they're fast and athletic. I mean, they got some guys that can rush the passer. They can really run on the back end and the secondary and at linebacker. You see it on film. You saw it on TV last night. I mean, they play extremely hard. And they're playing really well, to be honest with you, really confident.
Right out.